Hello, good morning. I am Kevin Marga Liu dari kelas 11 TKI 2. Today I'm gonna make a storytelling about Pinocchio. Once upon a time in Italy lived an old carpenter named Gappetto. He was lonely, so he planned to craft a boy-shaped puppet and name it Pinocchio. "I wish you were a real boy," he said longingly. One night, a blue fairy who heard Geppetto's words granted his wish. She sprinkled some magic powder on the puppet and brought Pinocchio to life. The fairy then told him, "Now you've become a living puppet. But if you want to be a real boy, you have to be a good and make your father Geppetto proud of you." Geppetto was so happy, found his puppet was now alive. He loved Pinocchio with all of his heart. He brought some books and sent Pinocchio to school so that he would grow to be a clever boy. Pinocchio was disobedient. He used to skip school and play with his friend all day. When Geppetto found out his naughtiness, he was so angry. "Did you miss the school all the time?" he asked. Pinocchio didn't tell him the truth. "No, father, I always study in school every day," he lied. Instantly, his wooden nose began to grow long. "Are you telling me a lie?" Geppetto asked with a puzzled frown. "No, father, I'm telling the truth," he replied, and his nose was getting longer. Every time Pinocchio told a lie, his nose was getting longer and longer. Geppetto had to ask his friend the woodpecker to break Pinocchio's house to its initial size. Every time he did a bad thing or naughtiness, Pinocchio used to give his word that he would be a good boy next time. In a little while, Pinocchio forgot all his promise. "School isn't fun at all, and it's so boring. I don't want to study anymore. I want to have some great adventures," he thought. So Pinocchio decided to leave home and join a circus. However, Pinocchio soon realized that life at circus wasn't fun at all. The poor Pinocchio must work all day, and since he had stopped going to school, his ear now had become too large, donkey ear. Pinocchio regretted leaving home and missed his father. Then one day he heard terrible news that Geppetto had been looking for him, and now he had been swallowed up by a giant whale. Instantaneously, Pinocchio ran away from the circus and set off to rescue his father. Eventually, Pinocchio could find the giant whale. However, as soon as the whale saw him, it swallowed him up as well. Inside of its belly, Pinocchio saw his father. "Father, it's me, Pinocchio," he shouted. They were so happy to see each other. "I've got an idea to get out of here," said Pinocchio. Then he began tickling the giant whale's stomach as soon as it opened its mouth, and was going to give a big sneeze. Pinocchio and Geppetto made their way to get out the whale. At the end, Pinocchio and Geppetto got home safely. The blue fairy was so happy with Pinocchio's courage. She magically turned Pinocchio into a real flesh and blood boy. Since that day, Pinocchio always kept his promise and never miss school again, and they both live happily ever after.